Hello guys, welcome to BAM.
What's up? Justin here.
Drake.
And it's always good to be back for BAM to end the week off. It's really fun. But if you guys noticed, we took a 2-week break off because last week we barely had any news. Like, we had to scrape the bottom of the barrel and we only had like 2. And this week, not so much either, but we have some more news, and this one's going to be very Spider-Man centric. So
yeah, some are pieces of news, or let's say very important. So
yeah,
take us a while to talk about. So
now one of these
should be a good video.
Yeah, one of these is rumored, and let's just jump right into it. The SpiderMan suit revealed, rumor, or it might be, if it gets confirmed, then it works in our favor. But if it's still a rumor and if it's fake, then it's kind of like 50-50. We're winging it on that.
Yeah, but either wise, it's still a piece of news, so we're still going to talk about it.
Yeah, right. Okay, so the suit. Oh, where do we start here? It honestly looks really bad. And now, like, one of the producers of Civil War said it's going to be the Iron Spider suit, but it's going to have its own Marvel spin on it. So I don't know what exactly that means. So,
well, Marvel spin, let's just look about...
Marvel spin,
Hawkeye.
Meaning that it's not going to be exactly like the Iron Spider suit that
Pretty
we all
much.
want.
So if you look at Hawkeye, you got his purple suit, and if we look at what they put his suit to the movie, it was more like a modern style. So basically, what I'm assuming they mean by Marvelized is basically just making it a bit more modern and something that someone in today's world would actually wear. Which I'd still wear the Iron Spider suit because it's awesome and I love it. But
everybody wants the Iron Spider suit. Like, how do you not?
It's my personal favorite.
Yeah, it's great. But like now, there's like a sketch that this guy sketched out, and like how he described it, because he has inside resources, some might say, and it almost like looks exactly like the Raimi Spider-Man suit from Spider-Man 1 when he's fighting that wrestler. Like, we already thrown it up, so in editing process, so you guys could see it. It looks kind of like that, and not in a good way. It's got like that black from the waist down, the red and the black spider, and no, like it just doesn't look like something Stark would design. Like, it looks like leather and like no, it just looks fabric and shit.
Well, in my personal opinion, artists aren't particularly, artists basically draw whatever they want to draw. So they draw the particular points that they think so. So I'm waiting until we actually get a picture.
Right.
To really hammer down on this and say, well, that doesn't work, and for it to even be confirmed. Even so.
I honestly don't even think that the Iron Spider-Man suit is going to be in it, because Tom Holland already finished shooting his cameo in Civil War. And a cameo, are we talking Stan Lee cameo for like a minute? Or like, how is it going to be long enough where it would be, it would be that Stark would like have a bond with Peter Parker and like create a relationship bond, and then he would make him the Iron Spider-Man suit. So we don't even know if the Iron Spider-Man suit, if he's gonna get an Iron Spider suit in the fucking movie. So yeah. And our next piece of news is Spider-Man role in Civil War. He's basically, what it describes it is, Stark Industry announces new scholarship for promising students in urban city schools. So they're basically telling us that, hint hint, wink wink, Peter Parker's probably gonna be given a scholarship or something. Like, he's going to apply for a scholarship,
which is smart, because that shows us that, first off, this is going to be the Spider-Man kind of from the comics, where he's going to be a brilliant Spider-Man, which means that he's going to have this scholarship.
They're gonna focus a lot on him being in the high school area for a while, hopefully.
Which I always like, because when he's in high school, he's a very much relatable. Which he's still relatable when he gets, like, the job and he has the apartment, but it's, to me, because, I'm in high school, he's more relatable to, at least to me, when he's in high school.
Yeah, because we can relate to him being in high school, and he's naive, and he's struggling when it comes to being Spider-Man. I mean, it's reasonable, it's logical, so that's reasonable for it to happen. And you know, he in the comics, he always has this, you know, like he's always up Stark's ass because like he admires Tony Stark. He's a huge fan of Tony Stark in the comics, so maybe they're kind of padding in that way, like they're trying to fit it in that certain aspect. So hopefully we see that turn out well. And next piece of news, Drake?
Marvel Netflix series, sorry, every 6 months. Well, I mean...
And what that means is that there's
basically 6 months. Every single 6 months, we will be getting the Marvel Netflix series, which you might think, oh wow, 6 months. It's still kind of a long time.
Yeah.
What? I mean, at least they have a solid plan, and we know when to expect these.
Yeah, and what this basically means is that we could get Daredevil Season 2 in the next 6 months.
Can't wait.
Or we could get a Luke Cage Season 1 in the next 6 months. Or Jessica Jones, not that anybody cares.
Right.
I don't think she can hold a TV show on her own. But.
No, and I've talked to Justin about this many times. I mean, I understand that it's Marvel, but DC should be smart. And they... Well, you know what? Forget that. What I'm about to say is basically, instead of someone like Jessica Jones, stick to someone that needs more of a hype up. Because people, sure, he's not that known, but people still know who Luke Cage is.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch...
Yeah.
If you watch the Earth's Mightiest Hero show, he's in Season 2. He has, like, his appearances in, like, Spider-Man games, Spider-Man Web of Shadows. You know, he has his cameos and stuff here and there, but...
So, what I want them to do is let Nightcrawler have his own series.
That's Fox. Fox needs to talk to Netflix about that.
I know, but
Marvel's...
seriously, could you see this?
Marvel...
Nightcrawler... I mean, teleporting all over the... It'd be so awesome, and I've already talked about what I think about him being in Apocalypse, but...
Yeah, we talked about that last week. We ripped the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But, back to what you said about DC. Like, the problem with DC is that they have 2 continuities. So they're going to have 2 Flashes, 1 TV show Flash.
Oh, hater on DC.
No, I mean, you got to look at it. If it was just 1 continuity and it intertwined with the films and, you know, all connected with the films and TV shows, wouldn't that be a lot easier and less stressful?
Not exactly.
How so?
Well, then they can have 2 different... Because, look at this way. Alright? Say... Luke Cage bombs. Let's just say it wasn't good. Well, he's still going to be in the movie, and he's still going to be bombing in the movie. But say DC made a Catwoman show. They make a movie, a Batman movie. Catwoman's going to be in it. Well, it's going to be a different Catwoman, so it's going to be a different chance.
Yeah, but you got to think
for a person to be Catwoman.
That's fine. If Luke Cage does bomb, if it does, then Marvel Studios would be smart enough that we're not going to put this character in because not many people care for this character, so then they wouldn't put him in the show. If they just did... Flash is doing so successful right now. It has higher ratings than Arrow, no offense, but...
Arrow is going to get up there, trust me.
You got to look at Arrow.
These changes. Well, I talked about that in my rant.
Yeah,
Anyways.
You guys got to go check out his rant. But anyway, yeah. So... Flash is doing so great right now. Like, if they didn't just say, like, oh, well, that's a separate continuity. It just seems a lot more confusing, like, when there's 2 Flashes, especially that Grant loves Grant Gustin as Flash, and now we're getting...
Well, there's 2 Quicksilvers.
Yeah, but that's a problem with Fox. You know what, fine, you win that argument. But, yeah, it's because, like, Fox and Marvel Studios have a... The thing is because when they shot Days of Future Past, they already put Quicksilver, and Marvel didn't have a preconceived notion of Quicksilver in Age of Ultron, so when they wanted to, it's like, that was kind of confusing. And that's the thing, that it backfires.
Both are still good, though.
Ooh, agree to disagree, but anyways.
I don't know. I think I think the Quicksilver from the X-Men
We're getting
movie
way off
wasn't
topic.
that bad. Yes, way off topic.
Yeah, wait, actually, let's go back to it. Yes, the Quicksilver from Days of Future Past, he was a lot more wittier and more interesting. He's more charismatic of a character.
I mean, you can't tell me he didn't just bust out laughing whenever he did that scene where, like, he just slows, where he was just running so fast, everything was so slow, and he just, like, pushing the bullets out of the way.
Yeah, and then the problem with
that... By the way, it's been proven in the comics that Quicksilver actually can't really go that fast and be able to go that fast.
Yeah, because Quicksilver obeys the laws of physics, so...
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But Flash doesn't.
Yeah, and the problem with the Quicksilver from from Age of Ultron was that he was very boring, and what is it?
Well, he was in there for a short time, unfortunately.
Yeah,
didn't give him
and
enough.
the Russian accents from both Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were really fucking awful. Like, they came off really bad, in my opinion. They didn't feel real, organic as ever. But anyways, next piece of news. Vacation writers on Spider-Man. If you guys seen the Vacation, it just came out recently.
Oh god, Vacation.
Yeah, it's doing fucking awful on runs.
Now, if you want to know about Vacation, all I can tell you is just either, first off, watch the movie, or just look at any review of the film, and you'll get the overall sense that it pretty much sucks. Which, this is a bad thing. Well, at least we think it's a bad thing, because we don't know. It might just be a bad film. Even Stanley Kubrick's had a bad film.
Right. But everybody's very cautious because the Vacation film is bombing, but this is what I have to say. The directors from Winter Soldier, the Russo brothers, they did comedy shows before, and everybody was, like, suspicious and cautious on them. But when they got on Winter Soldier, they freaking, like, did awesome. Like, they aced the film. Like, it has so much high ratings on Rotten Tomatoes and movie sites.
Oh god, Rotten Tomatoes.
It has a good score on Rotten Tomatoes, and it was successful. The Winter Soldier was successful, whether you like it or not. But and the Russo brothers did an excellent job, and everybody was cautious because all they did before that was comedy shows and all that. So I'm open-minded to the Vacation writers, but we'll see.
I am too. Like I said, everyone gets a bad film. No one's perfect, so
yeah,
this is it could either be good or bad. We just gotta wait till it comes out.
Yep, pretty much.
Next piece of news, which you might be wondering why I didn't cover on my Green Arrow rant, and because I wanted to save it for this.
Right.
Stephen Amell responds to fans about goatee. He posted a picture of him growing the goatee with the hood on. It looks awesome. Yay, praise the that show. They listen.
Right. And this is honestly great because now they're taking a new turn and a new format and aspect for the show. Like, they're changing.
Which means,
right.
let me just bust in here. The goatee was meant in the comics to show that he was kind of a goofy, fun character, because no one with that mustache can be serious. So, which makes me think, finally it shows writers see that he doesn't need to be serious. Like I said, I'm kind of rehashing stuff from my Arrow rant, but finally they're seeing that he doesn't need to be as vicious and, this happened, I'm mad. He doesn't have to be serious all the time.
Right.
So, hopefully, this means he's going to be a bit less serious, and Felicity will die off.
She'll die. But I hope the show gets better. It looks like they're taking a turn for the best. That looks like they're listening to fans and critical feedback from fans,
which is always great.
Yeah. So maybe I'll jump on and watch the show. I don't feel like starting from season 1 or anything, but we'll see. Hopefully it
No, if it does change, all you need to watch is the newest season.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and the suit looks fantastic, which we covered on our last band, but yeah, it looks really great. All right, so last thing. So this hater debacle that we got into. We're not going to name any names because
No.
that would just be...
But we will quote quotes.
Yeah, so what happens is, if you were there for Secret War, when it came on my Comic Corner Secret War, for like a day, the comments aren't there anymore. The haters comment, we remove them. But I will quote him on some things. But this guy comes off first calling me a Marvel fangirl, and he does it like very like jokingly and like not meaning it hostile or malicious in any sort of way. And I responded back saying, you know, DC characters, I haven't really expressed any interest enough into reading the comics. But maybe The Flash, because the show has enlightened me to new things and shit. And then he comes off, he's like, completely malicious. Like, you guys are a bunch of whiny-ass bitches. And then he just keeps... Then we know this guy's trolling. And he's like, you guys suck when it comes to content. I was like, if you think we suck, then go watch other comic book channels. There's plenty of other. And he just keeps coming at us. And I'll quote him here. He said, knock, knock. Who's there? Two skinny white bitches that read comics. Wow, so impressed. That was hilarious. Me and Drake were laughing our asses off. We were going at it with this dude. Like, he posted like 20-something comments. Like, I'm like, keep watching the video, dude. You're giving us more views and comments. Good job. But yeah, it was crazy. Our first hater from the channel.
Yeah, my favorite quote, quoting him here, is somebody who celebrates 20 subs like it's freaking Christmas.
Yeah. I was like, damn it, he got us there.
Yeah, which, I mean, Justin says that, but I think we treated it like it was, you know, a minor thing. Well, obviously, it's not minor. You guys are awesome. But we treated it like it wasn't that big.
Like it was baby steps, but he just wanted to make a joke out of it or make it something bigger than it actually is. Anyways, I clicked onto this guy's channel. He's got no videos, so, like, there's nothing really for me to attack him to. And he's like, I smart enough to know that I can't make good content. Misspelling everything. I'm like, are you sure you're smart enough, dude? Like, seriously? But, yeah, it was fun. Fun talking to the haters and trolls, but... Yeah, great times. But, that's all we got for Ep3, guys. Like, we're at, what, 18 minutes or something? But... hopefully we get more news next week. I know our last ban was like 35 minutes because we had a lot of news and we went really in depth. But this, like, a lot of this was kind of rumor, speculation. Hopefully it turns out to be confirmed or something. But yeah.
Justin signing off.
Drake signing off. Bye.
And I'm confused.